everybody, welcome back to another live tutorial. Today I have beautiful Marie as my model and she's so much fun. You guys are going to love her. We are going to do a spring inspired look on her today where we're going to be doing bronzes, golds, and pinky blush tones, and it's going to be really fun. So we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go into, these are just a bunch of my single shadows that I have depotted or bought individually. So I'm going to be using probably everything from this palette today. So this one is Soft Brown by MAC. A lot of these are MAC and some are Anastasia. And we're going to use that in her crease. So go ahead and close for me. This is a great color. It has a blush tone in it, but it's also very warm. So it works really great when I do pink eyeshadows, and it works really great when I do sort of bronzy tones. And I'm just going to go a little bit all the way over her lid with that. Before we started, I did her brows and I also concealed her eyelid for my primer. Let's actually, why I'm doing this, let's go ahead and flash her full before right now, large, and we'll show you guys before the brows because I did some detail work with her brows. So she has a great natural brow shape, but I've really been loving using brow stencils lately. I'll show you guys. So I used this one. And you just line up with all these points, you kind of measure out their eye, and then this black line is made to be completely horizontally flat, and you can just sculpt in their brow. I usually change it a little bit. I don't do the exact stencil on everybody, like I kind of tweak it to them, but they're really awesome. So if you guys need help with brows, those are so good. Okay, so Marie has beautiful eyes. You have a nice big eye space. So go ahead and open and look at the camera. So I want to put a lot of color on her lid right here because when her eye is open, you see all that beautiful lid space. So I want to make sure that I'm adding shadow to it and I'm directing the eye in the way I want to go. And I really love that Marie has sort of like a warmer eye color. What would you say? Like what do you call your eyes? Go ahead and close.
Browns.
Brown.
I just saw my eyebrows. They look nice.
Oh yeah, this our reflective lens. Well, our main lens is like a little bit reflective. So Marie got a sneak peek at her brows.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do your brows every day? Do you fill them in?
No. I take care of Reese all day long.
Cute little Reese. Okay, you guys. So those of you that watch my channel, if this is not your first time, if you've tuned into other live streams, Marie's daughter, Ashley, was on earlier this week. So she was the one who's a teacher and she works at Disneyland. You guys loved her. And this is her cute mom. And once you know, if you've seen them both, you can totally tell. I feel like you guys have a lot of the same features. But your hair is darker than hers, right? Hers is pretty dark.
Yeah, she was like a dirty blonde growing up. So it gets darker as they get older. My son was towhead.
So cute. Funny how that is. Hair will start light and then darken up. Okay, so now that I've got that on, go ahead and open. So I've mostly laid that in the crease, but I put it all over her lid as well. I went down to her lash line a little bit, and I definitely am pulling out to cover this area too. I really like the shape of her eyes, and I want to enhance them. So I want to add some shadow there too to kind of play with that. So this is a really light color. It's very natural. I love it for the crease. So we're going to move on a step darker. This is, I believe this one is called, oops. One of them's falling out. Don't fall, it will break. I think this one is called Texture by MAC, and I will link these all for you. Okay, so Texture is a bronze. It's a true bronze. It has a lot of gold in it, so I'm going to be doing that in her crease too. This one's a step darker. So this is what I just did, and this is what I'm going to do.
Sounds about what I use.
Is that what you use, the warm tones? So Marie used to work for Maybelline for 10 years, right? Yeah.
I did.
So you are not a newbie to makeup. You probably know your stuff. And did you mainly put together their displays and you were in charge of, that's what you were saying a lot that you did?
Tear downs and putting back up.
How cool.
Once a year we go and tear down. We have maybe one store a day, which were our Walmarts, Targets, our main stores.
That's so crazy. So they just came out with so many new releases that you constantly had new like marketing to put up?
Yes. So you take out the discontinued, the damages, and fill in the holes.
So tell me the years you were with Maybelline.
Oh goodness. I think I left 2002.
Okay, and for 10 years, so kind of
So,
between
yeah.
then. So what were like the big products? Like, because you were putting
Oh.
up the new board, so you knew like what was popular in makeup.
Everyone's got the mascara.
then. Okay, it
Great
was like
lash.
the land of mascara.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes, the pink and the green one.
Yes.
My mom used that and she loved
yeah.
it.
So L'Oreal's our sister company, so
Okay.
a lot of L'Oreal ingredients are Maybelline ingredients. So a lot of people never knew that until now.
You know what? I remember learning that a long time ago. L'Oreal's kind of like the mothership for a lot of companies, right?
Yes.
Like, don't they own like Estee Lauder? They might even own MAC now.
We were part of that, and every year we would, as employees, get allowed certain amount, like I think it was like $200 worth of product every quarter.
Wow.
And so we would be able to take this list of products, and it included L'Oreal and other products that Maybelline was, I guess, in the company with, with their company within. So we always order baby shampoo because that's when the kids were little.
Oh, cool.
So we had shampoo and never had to buy it for 10 years.
That is amazing.
Until after.
Okay, so mascara was big.
Yeah.
What
that
else
big.
was big?
They're lipsticks. Mm-hmm.
Lipstick, yeah.
Moisture wear.
Like
That
a
was
shiny
big.
one was moisture.
That
like
was
a,
shiny. They were just coming out with the permanent ones. Well, the 12-hour and 24-hour permanent ones. But
Oh, dang.
oh,
No, you didn't
those
like
really
them?
like colored your skin.
Oh, they were like a stain?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was a no-no for me.
That's so funny. I feel like now we would love it. I feel like I would love to be
Right.
stained on the lips and have it last like all day. Do they still make them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I still buy the product. So.
That's awesome. But the 12 or hour or 24 hour?
I think they have both actually.
Okay. And they still make them?
Yes, they still make
Okay,
them. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that. You're like, I hate them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to try them. They sound great.
Yeah, I've always stayed with the bronze colors myself. I've never liked to wear reds.
Really?
Yeah,
You would be pretty with a red lip.
I don't. I guess
It's not your
that's
thing?
Just not my thing.
Yeah, it is. It's such a bold
Yeah.
color. Like
Yeah.
you feel a certain way when you have red on, and it's either you feel amazing or
Just
you feel
something
kind of
natural for
self-conscious.
me, yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand. I used to not love it either, and I
Uh-huh.
wanted to because I loved makeup. And when I was first starting, I'm like, I'm gonna wear a red lip, but I didn't. It took me a long time to find my red.
Oh.
So now I like it. But
Probably because my mom wore it a lot when I was younger,
Mm,
but she still wears the roses and the reds.
cute. Like the pinky tint, like she'll do red
Yeah.
lips and like roses on her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. Okay, so we did a shimmer on Marie's lid. I showed the camera, but it's called Amber Lights by MAC, and it's a really, really great bronzy tone. It's very golden and sunny, like the sun for spring that we want to come out soon. It's been so rainy in Southern
Wow.
California.
Hopefully it'll clear up this weekend. Well, there's no place to go.
I won't complain though, because
I
someone in
know.
Canada that watches, she was like, "It's snowing here," so we'll
Mhm.
take the rain. That's fine. That is so fine. Okay, so sometimes after I like to do a shimmer, I go in again with my matte color, and I'll go in the crease because I like to top any shimmer that's like migrated a little bit too high. I like to top it with a matte because I really want to keep my shimmer just on the lid space down here. I don't like it in my crease. So go ahead and open for me. Okay, that's looking really pretty. I love that golden color with her eyes, which we need to come up with a new name besides brown. I'm not sure yet what I think there, but they're so pretty. They have like a very beautiful undertone. Okay, so what I want to do looking at her, I want to deepen up. Go ahead and close for me. I want to add some dimension right here. I really love the wash of color in her lid. I think it's pretty, but I think to add a little bit more drama to her eyes, we need to darken up this corner. So I am going to go in. What am I going to go in with? Let's do a little bit of this one. I'm going to mix these two. So I think this one's Ground Brown by MAC, but it's going to be a little too dark to bring it up too high, so I'm going to kind of go in with those two, the soft brown. Marie we think she's kind of allergic to lash glue, so we're not going to do lashes on her, which maybe you guys will be excited about because I almost always do lashes, so we'll do a look for you with just mascara.
As you get older, you get allergic to a lot of things that you never were allergic to.
That's so crazy. What else? Like, what else?
Just, you have to start taking pills.
Yeah,
You have back surgeries, you have knee surgeries.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but for me it's worked out.
Well, we weren't sure if she was allergic to lash glue. She's definitely allergic to Band-Aids and medical tape, so we swatched on her hands before we started some of the lash glue. Like, I gave her the ingredients and we weren't sure, and so we swatched it, and you just had like a little tingling, right?
Yeah.
So we just weren't, we're not going to risk it and put lash glue on her. Yeah.
Yeah, even the cloth tape that they use, when I tell them I'm allergic, I still get a rash. So I'm like, something else is going on.
Yeah, it's good with makeup to like, sometimes it's hard to pinpoint the exact ingredient, but if you can,
Oh yeah, with
it
the
saves you
eyebrow pencil.
some trouble. Oh, you're allergic to
Well,
eyebrow pencils?
The Maybelline one.
Oh,
I was.
oh, okay.
So that's why I couldn't use
Like,
it.
well, I did your
No, I
eyebrows.
couldn't use it.
So what are your other what are top 5 Maybelline products?
Let's see, they were the mascaras, the lipstick. Oh, the nail polishes didn't go so well. They just sat there and got old.
Oh, and they don't sell those anymore?
I'm not. I don't think so.
I don't
think so.
think I've seen any. Okay, so
I
nail
know that's part of the
polishes.
hair color brand though. The Fruitite, the Nutrice, their hair brand.
Oh, and does well?
Yeah, it does well. I was straightening out the shelves one day and putting the hair colors where they go, and someone asked me if I had what color I use, and I don't use hair color.
You don't?
Not yet, no.
This is your, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Marie,
so-
it's amazing. It's super pretty.
She swore I used it, and I said, no, but I'll pick out something that's kind of close to what I wear.
That is so funny. You have a great hair color. Go ahead and close. I would say it's like a little bit more on the cool side. Like, it's this pretty, like, cool undertone brown, but your eyes are so warm. Like, they have a very warm undertone. So I was deciding what to do on your makeup today. I was like, well, should we go with cool tones
I'm
to
gonna
do the
have
hair?
to try this at home if I can do this.
You totally can. You'll have
Yeah.
your very own video makeup. So when you were with Maybelline, did
Mhm.
they do, whenever a new release came, did they give you guys a lot of product education, or did they ever do makeup classes for you guys?
We had mandatory meetings where we all had to go to a certain, maybe it was a hotel or someplace where we can have a conference. So we had conferences like every quarter to introduce us to new product and tell us what was old to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out to where once we did, well, they also showed us the models. They had, the competitions you see on TV you see the models that are on the commercials. They all had to go through competitions, and
Okay.
so they picked out the girls and they showed us who the new models were.
Oh,
and
cool. That's awesome.
you could win trips by, I guess, your territory selling the most or ordering the most product. And
So the models, you're saying, so the models that were in the commercials and the print ads, they had to compete with each other to be that model?
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, well, that's amazing.
Yeah, or contests.
What did they do? What was the
Oh, gosh.
competition?
Some of them were on TV,
The competitions were on
Uh-huh.
TV? That's so fun. I'm going to look on YouTube.
like some of the younger girls.
How cool.
Yeah, we never met them in person because they were always out of New York.
Oh, okay.
When I was just ending my work with Maybelline, they were combined with France, I believe. And they don't do that anymore.
They were combined with France
Yeah. So our product had English writing on it.
and French?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. That's crazy. That's so fun about the model. That's a fun fact. I'm going to go look up on YouTube
Can you
and see
imagine doing this
Yeah.
every day?
That's awesome. So what is your everyday makeup routine?
Oh, well, nighttime, taking off my makeup. I actually found this really nice cream from Avon that I used. I use Avon, the remover. It's a little lotion. You just put it on and it removes all the mascara and.
Look it down for me, but don't close
Oh,
it.
okay, like this.
So it's a good makeup remover?
Yes, very good. Okay, so all my.
Mm-hmm, perfect. I'm just going to go in between your little lashes. Great job.
Well, not too much makeup for me. I take care of Reese every day.
Reese is her little grandbaby, so Ashley's daughter. She's a cutie. You show me pictures. Well, you have really good skin, and it sounds like you have you always take your makeup off at night or wash your face, so that
Do you use a
is so good.
moisturizer?
What moisturizer do you like?
It's a L'Oreal.
Go ahead and close for me.
It gives my face moisture. being the humidity is so bad lately.
Great skin.
But I do it on my neck and my earlobes, everywhere. I don't want wrinkles.
I was just listening to a podcast by a dermatologist, and he said to do that. He's like, do not just do your face, like everything. I haven't heard earlobes though.
I just put it all over.
I'm gonna start washing my earlobes. Well, I wash them, but I'm gonna start moisturizing them. So what I'm doing, go ahead and close for me. What I'm doing on Marie now, I'm gonna actually tell you a little bit this way, good, is I am doing a brown gel liner. So since we're not doing lashes, I don't want to do a really harsh line of liner on Marie because I feel like when you do lashes, they're thick and they're long and they diffuse your liner. They soften your look a little bit. But when you don't do them, I don't love the look of like a really harsh defined liner and then no lashes. It looks a little incomplete. So we're going to do brown liner, see how that looks. I think it will be really pretty on Marie. So I went in, this is a fun brush. This is a Morphe brush. It's the JH 43. This comes in like a little eye set. I think it's the Jaclyn Hill eye set. But this is like a flat angled brush. But I like it because it's a little bit like fluffy this way. So it's kind of fun for eyeliner because you don't get a sharp line with it. You just get like a diffused little line. So when you want to do natural, it's nice. I do want some areas to be defined, so I'm also using, this is the Anastasia 7B brush. So this one, you can tell is like really flat. Like this is very sharp versus this one is more like fluffy. I'll hold them side by side if you can see. So it's kind of fun to have different options. Okay, I'm gonna have you open and look with just your eyes that way. Yes. Perfect. I'm glad you're not allergic to eyeliner.
I use that every day. And mascara.
What kind of eyeliner do you like? Do you like pencil?
I do the pencil.
Liquid?
No, I used to do liquid, but I stuck to the pencil mostly. And then the mascara is Maybelline, so.
Okay, so which mascara? You've probably tried all their mascaras, huh?
It's the waterproof
The
one.
waterproof? Which one, though?
Look up just the Great Lash.
The green and pink?
Yep. Or it's black.
Oh, it's
pink
black.
And black, yeah.
Pink and black. Oh, okay, maybe
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different one.
It's so weird how I still remember all the codes.
Oh, how funny. Like the QR codes?
Yeah.
Whatever. Wow.
It's like,
that's amazing.
those things don't leave you. I mean, even my first job working at a dry cleaners, my very first job in high school, I still remember all the codes I had to use for colors.
You have a good memory.
It's weird.
Do you do well on tests and stuff like that?
No.
No? So this amazing memory
And math
is like
is not my thing either. Like, Ashley, no math. I'm like, oh.
Just QR codes and scans. That's really funny. Okay, so this is the brown liner. This is what this look is looking like. Go ahead and close. So I really like, it's just a nice thin line. So now what I'm going to do to diffuse it even a little bit more, I'm going to go in with the same brown. And I'm just going to shade on her lid a little bit. So these are the colors we've used so far. We've done these two, this dark brown and this amber light. So we've only been doing 4 colors. And I think that's all we're going to do on her eyes. So this is actually pretty simple, which is good. Goes along with our springtime theme. I feel like we don't want to do like the heavy stuff. Go ahead and close the makeup routine. So I'm just taking, this is like a little shader brush. This one's the Morphe M210. I'll keep all these out, and after the video goes live, I'll link them for you guys. I have a lot of Anastasia brushes. I have a lot of Sigma, and I have a lot of MAC. But I know people love Morphe because they're really inexpensive, and they're pretty good brushes. So a couple weeks ago, I went to Ulta, and I went and tried to get dupes of all the brushes that I love in the Morphe, and I'm trying those out. So I'll link the ones that I'm using today. Go ahead and look up. I like to have like multiples of each brush that I love, just so I can use clean ones on everybody or have them for different things.
How do you clean your brushes?
So I have like a brush shampoo, so I'll shampoo them and it disinfects them too. It has like disinfectant properties. And then I also really love this. Have you heard of the Cinnamon Secret? It's like a liquid, so you put it in a little dish and you dip your brush in it and wipe it, and it removes all the product and it disinfects it. So that's like a good touch-up. What do you like to wash yours with?
Old school.
What do you do?
Soap and water.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what we were told back in the day. But
yeah,
you know,
as long as you're washing them.
Out.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff now. But just washing them is good. Okay, so I'm loving the way that is looking. I'm going to give her eyes a break because we've been lining them and stuff like that before I do mascara. So let's move on to her skin. She has amazing skin. It's very smooth. We exfoliated and moisturized before we went live. So we did like our prepping and all that's been sinking in. So now we're going to move on to the foundation. We're going to use, this is NARS. This is the Natural Longwear Foundation. And this is shade Aruba. Sometimes they tell me, oh, that's funny. Sometimes they give me also a shade number 2, but I don't have it. So we're going to try this. This matched her undertone perfectly, but it's slightly dark. So as I put it on her face, I might lighten it up a little bit. Her chest is a little bit darker than her face. So, and why I do this, let's say hello to those of you in the live chat.
The colors are so deceiving too on the jars when you look at them.
Yeah. It's hard to know. Oh, Ashley says she loves that eye color on her. I know, so pretty. Oh, Jen says, Julia, you look like a springy, like a flower, so beautiful. Thank you. I know. I wear my spring dress for you guys. Oh, Ron's watching. He says, my beautiful bride of 34 years. Oh, that is so sweet. Hi, Trudy. Hello, everyone. Oh, someone said they had Julia withdrawals. I'm glad you made it, Jen. And they said, thank you, Marie, for being the model. Okay, so the fluffier the brush, the least product that goes on is a question. Yes, so the fluffier the brush, the more diffused your product is going to be on. So it's not necessarily less product that's going on. It's just more diffused and automatically more blended. Trying to think of a good analogy for that. It's just like if you've ever watercolor painted as a little kid and you just get like the tiny, tiny little sharp brushes, kind of like a little pencil brush, you're going to draw a straight line. But if you get like the really, really fluffy, really large kind of child brushes and you draw on it, it's going to spread out and it's just the edges are going to be more softer, if that makes sense. So I like to use a wider brush if I want a lot of blending and I want the brush to do the work for me. So when you really get to know your brushes, you can let the brushes do all the hard work for you. And then you had one more question. Let's see. Or someone else did. Okay. Why or where do you use the smaller brush, harder line? Oh, okay. Because I was showing how I was doing our eyeliner. I'll hold the brushes up for you. So I showed you guys when I did Marie's liner, I used 2 brushes. So this was the wide fluffy one. This was the angled one. So this wide fluffy one, I did under her lash line and all the way on top until we got to right here. Once I get right there, I like to do the inner tear duct area. Like you'll notice I did liner all the way around her eye, but to get a really clean, really pretty like princess eye, you want this line on this tear duct to be really skinny. If it's chunky and too blended, it looks a little messy to me, and sometimes it looks harsh, like it doesn't enhance her natural shape. It just kind of looks like a big ring of liner. So when I do that area, I always will use like this really skinny brush because you can just literally press on a beautiful tiny, tiny line. So hopefully that answers your question. I'll link both of those for you guys. I know I'm high maintenance. I use so many brushes, but like they each do something and it makes it really easy. For my personal makeup kit though, I'm going to turn you towards me a little bit. I'm more minimalistic with my brushes. Like I just pull out a couple that will get the job done and I can use for minimal things. So it's just preference. So I'm just doing, Marie has really good skin, so I'm just doing a really light layer of this.
I don't put too much on. Just blush, mascara, eyeliner. I'm simple.
Yeah, well you have such good skin. You really don't need a lot of foundation. Do you wear, and you don't even really wear foundation, right? Usually?
I do.
You do wear, or you do?
Maybelline.
Maybelline. Which one do you like?
Oh gosh. This is actually probably not, I had, forgot the name of it. I just know it's Maybelline. It'll be obsolete soon.
Because
they come and go.
They come and go.
Yeah.
Mac does that too, and it saddens me. I'll get a favorite, and I'm like, why do you have to go? Why are you just continuing what I love?
There's always newer and better things that come out, though. But
I
when you're
think-
used to that one thing, that one product.
Do you think a lot of it's marketing too? Like, did
Mhm.
you feel like sometimes they pull stuff, repackage it, and maybe change the formula slightly or something, and then
Well, yeah, and then you would hear that it would be a guy doing it, and the guy would be your boss, and you're like, guys, what do you know about makeup?
yeah, the guys that
But,
don't wear makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but now the guys are in it, they're doing makeup.
in fact, maybe it was Maybelline. Maybelline or CoverGirl was the first to have a male model.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I think he was a YouTuber, and he does makeup, like beautiful makeup, and he was their model.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guys love it now. But you're saying your boss was like just a guy who probably
Mhm.
didn't wear makeup or wasn't into it and stuff like that. Yeah. Making the decisions.
Yeah.
They probably looked at numbers too, like what
Mhm.
sold and
Well,
stuff
they did,
like that.
trust me.
Yeah. It's fun to see the makeup trends, I'm sure, for you. Because it's like how you were saying mascara was the biggest thing. I still feel like would you say mascara is still like, I feel like every company's always coming out with a new mascara.
They are, and I see them, I'm like, nope, I can't change it.
Yeah.
If they're going to still sell it, I'm going to buy it.
You gotta stick with what you love.
Yeah, but even to see that the stuff my mom used, she still uses. When my grandmother was alive, she still had stuff from Avon, and just seeing what she used. At least she wore makeup too, and perfume and things, but
Yeah, you do kind of
See
become
those
loyal.
trends. Mhm.
I feel like mascara is one of those things. So I like to try
Yeah.
mascara, but I have like one that I always just end up loving it more than anything else. Okay, we're gonna do, so I'm doing NARS concealer under her eyes. This is the Creamy Radiance Concealer. This is the shade Light number 3. This is Honey. So I'm gonna brighten up her under eye area a little bit, but I don't wanna do too much. Ooh, this might even be too dark still. Let's see. No, this is good. Okay. On Marie, I only want to lift maybe a shade. I don't want to brighten this area up too much, so I'm making sure my shade is going to match her. I'll link this brush for you guys too, because in my last video, a lot of people were asking about it. It's the It Cosmetics Buffing and Smoothing Brush. When I linked it on the other video, there's a couple that look like this one, so I'll link the exact one of this if you wanted to see it. But I really, really love it. I believe it's a synthetic brush, but I really love the way it works with creams. I'm able to just disperse a tiny, tiny bit of product and get a really nice blend without disrupting the under eye area much. You always want to be very gentle. Did you ever do makeup on people, Marie? Like when you would work with Maybelline and stuff?
No, I gave advice because of what I knew, but no, we didn't have really demos.
Okay.
My demos consist of coupons and samples.
Samples, okay.
But I remember I was doing a set, and it was summertime, and I felt so bad for this one girl. She had just gotten her eyebrows waxed, and she had a reaction. She was getting married the next day.
Oh no.
So she came and begged me to show her what I could help her with to cover.
Was it like raw skin?
Yeah.
Oh no. What did you tell her? How did you help her?
I didn't think there was anything I could do.
Poor girl.
I mean, I tried, but I felt bad.
Yeah, brides, if you're getting married, it's a good tip to get waxed like a week before.
Or two.
Or two, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard because you want to do everything right before so it's fresh.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like if you've been going to a waxer, if you're loyal to somebody, you know
Mhm.
their results and you can talk to them. They can tell you an exact time.
Right.
But it's not a great time the day before your wedding to try a new person or to
Wow.
try a new.
My gal
Poor
I've been going to for
girl.
25 years, so I've known her. She used to do my acrylics, but
Okay.
I don't do those anymore. But she still does my waxing.
So you know, yeah, you would know your results
Yeah,
with your
exactly.
your waxing. Yeah, we all have our people we love. I'm too sensitive. If I wax, I get the little bumps all the way where
Mhm.
the wax was.
I still do, but she uses some type of cooling cream that really works.
You found something.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the way the NARS was on her. The NARS Creamy Radiance has pretty good coverage for how thin you can apply it. And you don't really have dark circles or anything like that. So
No, just, I guess, as when I was younger, I was on the birth control and it made my skin blotchy.
Oh.
So it's lightened up now that I'm getting older, but I still have those brown spots.
That's crazy. That was from birth control.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they're not very noticeable, but I'm right here up in your face.
Yeah, but I know, you notice everything about your face.
Yeah.
That's just
for sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I know a lot of girls are like trying to move to birth control options that are like less hormonal or non-hormonal. It's kind of a bummer as the girl that it's like we have to pump our bodies full of all that. Well, we don't have to, but.
Well, that's not my problem anymore.
No more birth control needed.
Getting older and hitting that menopause.
Oh no.
It's lovely. Not.
Do you get oily at all? Your skin looks pretty balanced.
I do, but I know when it's oily, I clean it.
Okay. Because so I'm just setting her with powder a little bit under the eye. I like to set under the eye. Marie looks like she may crease if I don't, so I'm just using a flat brush and the RCMA No Color powder, and I'm just very lightly pressing minimal product in. And then I'm just going to go just over other faces where I think she maybe would get oily, but you don't really look like you have a problem with that.
Just in the summer when it's hot.
Yeah, like
now
the
it's
humid
so dry.
kind of.
Yeah, my face gets very dry.
Well, you take good care of it. It looks good. Okay, I am just going to touch up a little bit of this cheek area, and then we're going to do some cream blush. Actually liquid blush. I love liquid blush. I'm having a really hard time getting my words out. For spring, you have to shake it really good before you use it, but this is NARS. They only have a couple shades, and this one is their pinky one. I have two. I have Orgasm, the blush rose color, and then this one is Torrid. This one's more, it looks very orange in the bottle, but it's very peach. Both would be really pretty on her. We're going to use blush tones though. We're doing like pinky on her lips and pink on her cheeks. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on my hand. And when you pump it, don't give it a full pump. Give it like a little baby press, because you do not need very much.
That's not very much.
Yeah, it's not very much.
I've never used the liquid, so here we go.
Liquid is fun. So I'm just going to get this on her cheeks. And I love to use my finger. Every time I try a brush, I just go back to my finger because I love the heat from my finger and the heat from her skin. It's just going to melt the product right into it. So I'm just doing really light layers. You can always add more with blush. You can't take away. Well, you can, but it's hard. I'm going to check the questions while I do this. Oh, Amy says, you're so beautiful and naturally great skin. She is. Marie, you're just gorgeous.
Thank you.
And you have great skin. We all should be like Marie, wash our face every night and use the moisturizer. All the way.
Especially, yeah, I'm 55 this year, so.
You look so good. Okay, let's see. I can see it on the eyes now. So, she was talking about the eyeliner that I explained earlier. That's a question. Do you put the foundation under the eyes? Noticed that in the video yesterday. So no, I don't. I stop the foundation about where the skin texture starts to change. So about right here on people. This is kind of where we migrate into that thinner eye skin that generally has more texture just because we smile and that's where our expressions are. So I stop the foundation about there. It may look like I'm bringing it closer because I do with my brush, like buff it in, like I blend my line before I add concealer, but then I do concealer under the eyes. Okay, Jen, let's see. Help me understand the base foundation rules these days if you can. And then you asked another question, do you leave it alone? But I think your question was broken up into a couple comments. So let me know if I don't answer it. The base foundation rules, let's see. So do you just mean like best ways to apply? Give me a teeny bit more context so I can answer more specifically for you. You know what though, I do get on my videos, I get a lot of questions about foundation, and this may not be your question, so let me know if it's not, but I think a lot of people feel like there has to be like certain rules, like, oh, you have to use foundation with only a beauty blender or only your hands or only a brush, and you have to do it after eyes or before eyes. Because I do foundation after my eyes on pretty much every video, and I get a lot of questions about it. They're like, oh, wait, am I doing it wrong? Like I do eyes after, and you're not doing it wrong. I don't think there's hard and fast rules for foundation. It just, everyone's different. I like to do it after the eyes. Would you agree?
I do foundation first.
You do foundation
Yeah.
first.
I just feel I just want to get it even, and I put on my mascara and my eyeliner last.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I used to do that with my own too. I feel like when it's your face, if you just apply light foundation, you're like, oh, I already feel fresh and awake. I don't
routine.
need as much. Yeah, I just it's not
Yeah.
it's not bad. And I like to use the brush and then kind of blend it with the beauty blender, but you can do it however you want. But I do have tips. There are things that work better than others, and every foundation is different. I love the beauty blender, like love it. I love the makeup sponges. This is the Hourglass palette. We're doing the highlighter from it. But this NARS foundation that I love, I do not love it if I don't do a brush first. So. How do you apply your foundation? Hands, blender, brush?
I used to use the sponge, then it applied too thick. So I used my fingertip, and I just lightly,
Kind of
especially around my
melt it.
eyes. Yeah, I put on the concealer first, and then it's light makeup though. It's not, I don't use a whole lot of it.
It's
Because I use a
sheer.
light powder. Mhm.
Okay.
The powder covers up, because I don't like that gunky feeling on my face.
I agree. Okay, so this is the bronzer. So this is the Hourglass Ghost palette that I use a lot. I use it in most videos, so I'll link it for you guys. So I use the highlighter on her cheeks, and then this bronzing color I really love for a glow. Since this is a springy makeup look, we're kind of hoping that there's sun. We want to be a little bit bronzier. So this is just a very, very sheer bronzer. And so for that reason, I can put it on top of the cheeks where like the sun would naturally hit her. With darker bronzers, like this one's Hulu by Benefit, I use this one a lot to kind of contour and bronze. If you were to go in and do the same technique with this, like put it on the forehead, dust it on top of the cheeks, it looks a little bit heavier. And I do that in videos and I'll show you guys how. But if you are wanting sheer, like we're going for more sheer and glowy on Marie today. So that's why I use that one. Okay. Hi, Mamacita. Am I saying your name right? You're new here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is a super cool live tutorial. Yes, I do pretty much all my videos live, guys. So you can join us. You can see everything. Nothing is edited. Nothing is filtered. It's very real. So I think it's fun. Okay, let's move on to lips.
Yeah, I can prove it. I'll do this. That was a sign
That's a sign?
for my husband.
Okay.
See if he answers.
Cute. He knows what it means.
He said, do something that shows you that you love me. I'm like,
Aww.
do this. I'm like, he sees
That's
it right
so
now.
cute. You guys are adorable. He's probably at home pulling on his ear back.
He said Ashley's.
Oh, cute.
Down the road.
Oh, yeah, they said they were watching you on their TV. They put it, because you can cast the YouTube on that, so they're like, it's all 65
God,
inches
yeah.
of her, or however big. I don't know TV sizes. Okay, so this is the NYX lip liner. This one is natural, so this is a really great shade. This is similar to a natural lip color. I really love the NYX pencils. I use those a lot. I only have 3 shades. It's funny, I own a lot of makeup. I love makeup, but I kind of try to be a bit more of a minimalist. Like, I just pick the products that I love that are multi-use. Like this lip liner is fantastic. The 3 that I have, this is the neutral, and then I have a warm tone and kind of more of a cool tone. And I feel like with those 3, I can top it with any color lipstick and get any look that I want. I used to carry like every single shade of lip liner, and it becomes kind of overwhelming. Like when you do people's makeup or even your own, you just get into a habit and you really only use the same thing. So I feel like if you have less, you're going to use more likely to branch out than if you just have so much it's overwhelming. Okay, so for lips. For lips, when I do like a very beautiful rosy blush like this, I like to complement it with my lip tone. So we're going to see, I have a couple MAC lipsticks. This one's Cream Cup. Cream Cup might be too light, but that would be pretty. Angel, I think, is too cool. I'm going to do Cream Cup or Please Me. Let's mix Cream Cup and Please Me. Please Me is such a pretty, it's like a Barbie pink. I'll list both of these too for you guys. So these are like my go-to pinks. Please Me, Cream Cup, and Angel are my favorites. Angel is like a blue toned pink, so it's more cool. I don't use it too much, but I really like it. Cream Cup is just such a pretty, like, neutral, slightly warm pink. It's very light. And then Please Me is like a Barbie pink. It's very pretty. So I'm going to mix it with a good amount of Cream Cup to kind of make it a little less bright. What lip color do you usually wear?
I like the browns.
You like the browns?
Not the dark
okay.
browns, just the lighter, just something
like a nude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Add a little bit more liner. So this will be fun. You'll have to let me know how you feel about the pink. This will be different. And then we're gonna go back to the eyes, guys. So I'm gonna show you. We're gonna do a little bit of shadowing under the eyes, and then we're gonna go in with mascara. Make it a little bit more dramatic. Okay, so I've mixed my lip colors. Now I'm going to go in with my little lip brush. Now this will be a fun color because if you're nude, this is more pinky. With the lip liner though, the shade Natural underneath, it kind of balances the pink, like it makes it a little bit more wearable. I think it's very pretty. Is your lipstick Maybelline?
Mm-hmm.
What? Tell me your shade for other people that like the nudes, the brown nudes.
It's more like champagne.
Okay. Oh, so like a light
brownie champagne.
What's the shade name? Sorry, I asked you a question and then
it's number 65. But
okay. She's like, I can tell you the SKU.
Yeah, we had to memorize the SKUs.
That's so crazy. I would never be able to do that.
That's a lot.
I used to work for Victoria's Secret. That was my first job. And we had to memorize the undertones in every perfume. Like they all have like 3 top notes and then 3 undertones. And that was like hard. So when people came in, we're like, oh, this is like lavender, orchid, and whatever. I can't even remember now. But my point is I couldn't, that was hard. It took me a lot of studying. I couldn't remember words, let alone.
I gave this up a long time ago too.
The curling? Does that pinch?
No.
Why do you not curl anymore?
It just
too
time consuming.
Yeah, it is. It's another step, and it kind of does because you have to get them even, and you have to curl a couple times.
But if you're going with your natural lashes, yeah, you can see.
You're doing great. Do you need a blinking break? Blink a couple times.
It's like.
It's doing it on somebody else. It's like I just get really into the lashes and I have to remember that they need to.
And you're like, I'm leaning forward, going. Okay.
I'm pretty good to remember, but you know. Okay, so I probably should. All right. I like to use these are like hot pink disposable mascara ones, and I obviously like them because they're pink and I love pink. But what's kind of cool about them is when you dip it in the container, you can see if it's covered with mascara or not. So if it was black and you're running low or something like that, you'd be like, why aren't these lashes? Go ahead and look down, getting coated. I know a lot of makeup artists watch my videos too, so it's a fun tip that I've noticed.
Well, I still have lashes, thank goodness.
You have great lashes. They're very thick. Have you ever used the lash growth serum?
No.
You might be sensitive to it, so I don't know that I'd recommend it, but you'd be a really good candidate for it where your lashes are really thick. It would just make them really long.
Well, yeah, at my age, I'm surprised because you lose hair.
Yeah.
So, if you
keep looking down.
Certain shampoos that you have to use, but you're thinking that it'll affect your eyes, but no, it's been fine.
No, you got great thick hair, no grays.
No.
Go ahead and look up. That's insane. You know what? Especially for having dark hair too, because like my friends with dark hair, they would get grays at like 19. Like I don't know why, but I've just have heard that. And when I was in the salon too, I would notice maybe because you could just see it more, but I don't think so. It was like something about certain genetics with dark hair. My clients were just gray earlier.
Oh yeah. I found one. And I freaked out.
That's so funny.
So. But I cut it. You cut it out.
You
But
cut it out.
Don't pull on it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, don't pull it out. It will not go
No.
back. That's really funny. When I was at the salon, my friend found a gray on one of her clients, and she was still young. I feel like
Oh,
she was
yeah.
like in her 20s and stuff. And she told her, she's like, "Oh, I found a cute gray or whatever," and just saying it in passing because she was so young. And the girl started crying, and she was so sad. And my friend felt so
It's
bad.
not
She's
that
like, "Oh,
bad.
I didn't know that
Oh,
I
God.
shouldn't tell them." I don't know. It was funny.
I think it's hereditary.
Look up. Yeah, it definitely is. That's funny. My dad has he didn't get any forever. But my mom got them pretty young, but we didn't know because she colors her hair.
Oh. Yeah, my husband's gray. You can see it coming out in my son now.
Maybe Ashley will get your jeans never gray.
She's got beautiful hair.
She does.
Yeah.
Very pretty hair. Okay.
She never liked it though in high school. She always said she hated her hair. I said,
Why?
most girls want hair like yours.
I know. Okay, so I'm just going in under her eyes. I did the shade Texture. That's also one of the ones I did in her crease. And now I'm doing the shade Ground Brown just on her right under her lashes. And these are the same brushes I was using before. Okay, pretty Marie. Okay,
Thank you.
you look so great. Let's flash Marie's before again so you guys can see the before and after.
Yeah.
Someone said, loving the eye look. She has beautiful skin. Yes, Teresa, she does have such pretty skin. Thank you. Okay, Jen, did we get your question answered about the concealer? Drop it again if we didn't, because I don't think we did. Okay, sometimes I miss the questions, and I'm so sorry. I'd always drop them again because I try to refresh the screen. Okay, this
Pretty
is
cool.
beautiful, Marie. You ready
Thank
to
you.
see? Let's give her a mirror.
Wow. I like the eyebrows.
Yeah, they look good. Your eyes
Wow.
are so pretty.
That just opens up my eyes.
Yeah, and what's awesome is it's just mascara, and it was a pretty
Yeah.
simple look that I did.
And
It's
the
just-
lipstick too.
Do you like it? Do
Yeah.
you like the pink?
Yeah.
Guys, she likes
It's
the
not
pink.
it's not like bold or anything. It's
Yeah.
just like
It's very
Yeah.
nude. I didn't know if you like the lipstick because you don't like the red.
Yeah.
You like what you like. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it.
wow.
It looks super good. That blush is pretty.
Yeah.
You're so gorgeous,
Thank
Marie.
you.
Thank you for being my model.
Thank you.
You're so sweet. Thank you guys for watching. We are live Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We would love to have you join us in live chat. If you miss it, there's always the replay. But thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.